Welcome back to Pirate Adventures, where we last left off. Our dear and wonderful crew ventured onto the Forgettables Island with Bill and Tasker, finding these memory affecting creatures and exactly what Umbra was looking for his memory potion. They proceeded and managed to track down the one that stole a small blood diamond that was fixed to the figurehead of Bill's old ship, the Decider. And once retrieving both that and two of these forgettable creatures, they were able to bring them on board, and Umbra was able to finally make the memory potion, restoring all of Alarias's memories. And on top of all of that, Tasker giving over Trident artifact to you, left to give a message to all the Pirate Council to convene back at the wreckage in a month's time. And as you began to sail off towards the wreckage, that is where we left off.
I mean,
What would you all like to do?
we discussed outside a session for Elizora to have the trident. Elizora now has the trident.
Yeah, Bill will hand it over basically stating that, well, I've got mine, so can't have too much power in one hand.
Just so you know, when all's said and done, we will seek the destruction of these artifacts.
If that is what is needed to stop my visions from coming true, I see it as no problem for me.
Uh, I think. Well, you've given us the manifesto. So Vaela will be spending some time reading through that, studying it, learning a bit more of the crew from that perspective and what they can do that way, and sharing that information with Elizora and, I mean, Berry knows it. Just so people know, they know what the crew is capable of.
After handing over the trident, actually, Bill sort of leans into both of you, assuming you're both nearby, and kind of just says, from personal experience, I could never have found my artifact if I didn't have my whole crew on board with what we were doing. They should probably be aware of our exact plans. I don't know if you want to make an announcement or anything along those lines, but they should all probably know about the artifacts and what you're trying to avoid.
Makes sense. Why not? She'll command the crew then to gather. Um, how should I word this? Right. We have, now that we've re-established who, now we have our new captain. Elizora is now our first mate. We now have a navigator. We have also now come into the possession of certain powerful items of magic. Some of you may have heard of them as the art. Do they have a collective term? Is it just the artifacts?
The artifacts. Joneptia's artifacts. The artifacts is what they're known as in
Right.
legend.
Oh god.
Joneptia's.
Geneptia. You may or may not have heard them as Geneptia's artifacts. There are 10 of them. Supposedly 10 of them. And the fleet currently are in possession of 2. Fortunately for us, we are also in possession of 2, which no one else has. Therefore, that makes us, outside of the fleet, the most powerful people on all of Crud. Now, the plan, after we've gone to the wreckage and paid our respects to our departed, we will be searching for the rest of these artifacts and collecting them to prevent a calamity befalling Flood and bringing to it its destruction. In a way, we'd kind of be saving it. Or destroying it, depending on how we want to see it, but mostly saving it. Now, that will obviously garner much fame and recognition, and I can't see any truer purpose of power. But that is our goal. We have a map telling us where they all are, so it's even easier for us. We just point and go. Any questions?
Roll a general charisma check.
General charisma. Okay, dokie then.
General charisma. Because you're not persuading them or anything, you're just giving them the status quo.
Informing, I think, more
Yeah,
than
you're informing, so just a general charisma check.
That is a 21.
Okay. Everyone's kind of in awe. You begin to hear like murmurings and whispers and that kind of thing. Generally, people are all. Nobody seems to have any questions. Uh, Old man Benkins, he just pipes up suddenly because I have names for everybody now. So old man Benkins just pops his head out of the crowd suddenly and just goes, I heard these artifacts to be quite a misery to some. But I suppose if they're wielded in our hands, it could be quite profitable.
Indeed. Very much so.
Well, I'm in.
Excellent.
He kind of elbows someone next to him, and this is Dottie the dwarf. And she's like, yes, in, definitely in.
Fantastic. Say the rest of you.
Murmurs begin to go, and you hear like, I,
Now, Bill might get offended. Hehehe.
Bill doesn't even turn, just Crackers turns towards you on his shoulder and begins shaking its head, and Bill says, trust me, I can see a lot better than most people.
That is very true. I jest, obviously. But great. Well, like I said, first things first. Let's get to the wreckage. Do what needs to be done. Then we'll work on these artifacts in due course. Oh, and be careful. These are very dangerous things. Best to leave them to the ones that I decide to. After all, we wouldn't, as Belkin says, they are quite dangerous.
They all sort of, all the crew kind of like nod in fair agreement.
Cool. Then, right, dismissed. Let's get to the wreckage.
Bill comes up to you again and says, that was nicely done. Not so sure about the eye joke, but fair enough. I have a possible way. I need to consult the globe, but we could shave a good couple weeks off our travel time.
How?
Well, the astral sea station, it's time's a little bit faster there, or should I say slower? You move faster, I should say. If I can open a portal here, we could travel through the astral sea for probably a week, maybe a week and a half, and I could probably open another portal leading us to the wreckage.
Now, I know you've done this before, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask. Is this safe?
Well, safe. You're a pirate, aren't you?
True. But this is unknown territory even for a pirate. We command the sea, as you see here, not the sea in this astral place of yours.
I've been there plenty
Some
of
command the
times.
air.
Sorry, say again?
Some command the air.
That's also true. Wait until you get to the wreckage. Captain Eagle Eye, you'll want to meet her. It is safe, or at least I was safe doing it on the decider. I still need to put this blood diamond on your figurehead some way, shape, or form, and through magic, bind it to the globe's magic. Uh,
Need any assistance?
give me time doing that, but I don't. I could use some, yes. If you have anyone who's particularly good with magical items or magic in general, that would be very helpful.
Well, either Alarias or Elizora can help you with that.
Either would be grand. But again, this isn't the decider. This is your ship. I don't know if it might have other features to embedding a blood diamond into it.
Might also be worth talking to Slayer, because he, what I remember, he enchanted the
was on the ship.
he enchanted the ship. Want to make sure it doesn't react to each other.
Ah, Slayer. Slayer. I think I've heard of this fellow. He hunts creatures, does he not?
Indeed, and he cuts himself a lot.
Wow, that doesn't sound very helpful at all.
No, slightly concerning. Just gives the deckhands more to do, I suppose.
Is he well? Can I speak to him now?
I believe so. I believe so.
He was still out cold.
Is he still?
At this point.
Is he
Like,
still out now?
He's in. I think he's in the infirmary, still essentially recovering.
All right. I believe he's in the infirmary. I don't know what his current state is. Is Tim around in anywhere? Is Tim on deck? I don't know where Tim is around nowadays.
Probably about.
Be about. If she can see Tim on the deck, she'll call Tim over. Does he respond?
Yes.
Okay, just gotta make sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you go.
Hello, Tim.
Yes. What is it? Yes.
What is the condition of Friend Slayer? Last I knew he was unconscious.
Yeah, did you say he was still unconscious, Arthur?
Tim, you know very well. He's still unconscious. He's almost in like a comatose state. But he is making some recovery. You feel like there have been flinches, eye movement. Like when it comes to a live thinking person, you think it's all there. It just looks like he's dreaming at this point. When he wakes up is when he wakes up. Comas are a really curious thing.
Yep. Tim will relay this.
I mean, she'll ask if you know how long he's roughly going to be out for.
Oh, you can try to wake him if you like, but we haven't had much luck. It's some bloody hangover.
Very fun. Very well. If rest is what he requires, then might as well give him that. From what I've heard,
Yes,
he was very useful in your fight. Ah, yes, the blood swapping thing.
You may be able to rouse him faster.
How much blood does he need? Thought he had given it all.
Oh, I don't know.
He got given.
Yes, he's overflowing as he is, but you never know.
He got given 5 pints out of 6, Tim.
If you ask me, we gave him too much.
He lost a lot of blood.
Hey man, if I had known he would take all that blood, I would have just kept it.
Well, you know, I thought your plan was to give him blood vials. Get him proper bloodborne.
That's still our plan.
That is still the plan, yeah. I need to get back on collect my blood.
Yeah, we send him into battle with the blood vials.
I've been distracted recently. I've had a lot of projects on.
Well, you got one. You at least got one.
I mean,
at least one's ticked.
Yeah.
I think he's at capacity right now, right? Or nearly, at least.
He's got 1 pint to go.
Yeah, like the amount of blood you've put in him, like the amount of blood inside him, it should be fine. It's just like the mental exhaustion. Seems to need a lot of time.
You gotta leave him napping.
Yeah, so he's out for now. So Bill's gonna have to find someone else, I guess.
That's fine. No worries about that. Tim, perhaps I can discuss something with you. I just noticed. And he's like, thank you, Captain. And sort of begins walking, kind of asking Tim to join him.
I'll follow.
What is this skull I've noticed around your belt? You seem to carry it very... Not...
Yes, it is I'm not sure if I'd call it a possession, but it's my brother. You see, my kin.
Brother, how
Yes.
long ago?
Uh, uh, oh, time loses meaning when you're on the sea. You see, must be months.
Months? Yeah, it's
Months.
months, right?
Must be
Months,
months.
yeah, it's been months.
Some months ago, I miss him dearly. He was burnt to death with the rest of my tribe. You see,
Oh, that is
I've
terrible.
been searching for a way to revive him from this skull, but I've been getting close. But
there is something I could do. It is not a resurrection. It is not a revival of sorts, but his spirit would animate once more for at least a conversation.
oh,
But I can't bring his soul back to him. But if you wish, you could speak to him at least for a little while.
yes, yes, Bill. Yes, this would please me greatly.
This will likely disturb some of the crew. We should probably find a more private place.
Yes, this sounds like an Umbra sort of thing. We should probably get down to the lower deck for it.
Well, at least maybe the infirmary, or if you have a private room somewhere that we could do this.
Yes, the infirmary will work fine.
There aren't any wounded in the infirmary at the moment, are there?
Apart from
Slayer
Slayer.
unconscious.
That's it.
Just chuck him out.
Yeah, he won't mind. He won't mind. I mean, Bill wanted to see him anyway.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, infirmary is fine for that.
Okay, so
Doesn't need to be right now.
Come find me when you're ready.
I will. I've just got to figure out how I'm going to get this blood diamond into your figurehead, and then I'll likely
Oh yes,
follow after.
best of luck with that.
So, while that conversation's going on, Alarias, Elizora, Umbra, what are you guys up to?
I'm with Umbra.
Description.
So I was gonna have a react. I've got a planned reaction of how
Oh,
Alarias
cool.
is gonna
Okay, so
react after getting his memories.
you just had your memory potion. I sent you all the
hmm
dump.
I've got all the notes. I'm guessing it's just me and Umbra in that room. I think.
Elizora.
Yeah, I think he wanted Tim to be witness,
Yeah, I did.
but
put
let's
in there.
say for respect of this, he kind of found you, couldn't find Tim in time, and just was too excited to test it out on the subject.
So after he's come to it, after Alarias has come to it, he's just gonna shout, "Oh my God, Umbra! I'm forever indebted to you. You can't understand how much I've lost from these memories, but getting it back, like my recollection, I have everything. I know everything now. I have a motherfucking daughter. Holy shit!
Oh my
Gonna lean in
There's
close.
so much."
I'm just gonna lean in and say, "I'll remember that you owe me a debt, Alarias. Hope you're a man of your word."
Which was
I
the
wouldn't
worst.
expect anything less from you, Umbra, but I owe you a favor for that because this has given me a lot.
Excellent.
And yeah, Alarias are probably trying to. Huh?
I want to know about the daughter OC, but I don't think Umbra cares. So he just
Well,
won't.
so he just sprouted that out. He obviously didn't really mean to say that. He's just so excited getting his memories back. I think he'll probably rush off to his room to try and furiously note down everything he saw in the vision.
Speaking of, I don't know if you took note of this. I hope you did. The spells in your spell book.
Yeah.
You obviously now remember them fully, and I think you are level 6, which was in line with the spells in your spell book.
Yeah, I've
So
got the
you're-
old spells. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So I
So
did
they're all in there, and you recognize them, and you can prepare them whenever you want to prepare them and everything. And obviously the Dunamancy spells that were in the notes, those are kind of part of your spell book as well, in this sense that you can prepare them. I think you did already spend the time to copy them over.
Yeah, I need to transfer that list over. Yeah. So he'll probably kind of work on that. So he might be there for a night or so.
When can wizards refresh their skills? Spells? Like
A long rest.
Is it a long rest? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Umbra, you have 3 working memory potions.
Nice.
I am very curious what you are thinking to do next.
Yeah, I'm not sure. For now, I'm gonna stash him. Elizora had like a conversation with me, which we did on Discord. So
Yep.
he'll share it with
That's
Elizora
more
when
during
she's
the
gone.
long rest. But
Yeah. So he'll share it with Elizora that I've got 3 memory potions.
Or 2 now, haven't you? Or
Which
was it 3?
No,
No,
that's true.
he made
Yeah.
It was
4.
Oh, you
great
made
for-
4. Okay, got you.
4 vials.
Nice. Is that everything used up as well? Is that 4?
No, I've got another mask, but I want to try and use that mask, so I don't want to destroy it.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Wow.
Actually, speaking of those 4 vials,
Yeah.
that would have used up all your crystal dust.
Oh shit.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay, so you
So
can't.
okay, I can't even make more potion anyway. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so
Oh, plus,
just-
did I use my flower
anyway.
as well? My
You
funky flower.
probably have about a quarter of the flower left.
Okay, so it's mainly crystal dust.
Whether
I need.
it might be usable enough for like 1 to 2 more potions.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I mean, for now, Umbra's going to work on the 2 things after that I messaged you about that he's going to make.
Cool.
God.
I know, guys. This shit's awesome. Don't worry about it.
If it's
Cool,
what I
okay,
think
you
it
start
is,
working
then,
on
yeah.
I think it's. I think
If
by
it's
the
what,
way,
if it's what everyone and I discussed, then
It is, yeah.
yeah, one of them is going to be quite quick because I think you've had those materials, let's call them, for a while. So I think you're going to be able to make the you know what you're gonna be able to make that very quickly.
All right, excellent.
Elizora, what are you doing with your time?
if you're attuned to the trident, just get situated with the artifacts and just to document this one. I'll probably ask the trident if you. I'll DM you. Well, I've got questions for the trident to help flesh out her own notes.
The minute you attune to it, it just goes, "Oh, hello, love. Oh, I'm a lucky bloke. Another woman. Wonderful."
So if you talk like that to me, you're gonna be destroyed much quicker.
Okay, understood. Milady. Okay, I'll take that. I'll start calling you Milady. Right, savvy, lovely.
Right.
So,
I'll DM you questions.
okay, cool. Tim.
Mhm.
Bill reaches into his pocket to bring out some incense and kind of looks for a match to light it. He says, "You might want to put him on the table."
Oh, very well.
Place him on Slayer's chest.
Oh my god.
I suppose that will do. I should warn you, it's not all him. It will be very simple. He can answer questions mainly, but it will be him answering them, or the spirit of him at least. But the soul itself is not here. It is not that
Yes.
powerful.
Yes, I understand.
Usually they have to answer to me, but I think we can direct any questions from you towards him. He lights the incense, sort of hovers it round the skull and begins a murmured chanting. And you see,
Remember the brother's name? Was it Nigel?
I think it was Nigel.
Pretty confident it's Nigel.
It'll be in your backstory, wherever your backstory is.
Well,
If you keep searching for that. So as he's going around, the flame goes into like a greenish flame on the incense, and the smoke gets a slight tinge of a luminous green glow, and it flows around the skull and sort of gets sucked into the eye sockets and the mouth until they are both glowing as it sits on the chest.
Brother Nigel, is that you?
Tim.
Brother Nigel, I never thought that I would hear your voice again. God, are you alright? You feel pain, my brother?
I am fine.
Oh, that is such a great relief. Oh, I've been doing all in my power to get to the bottom of what happened to you and Walsh and our family and the tribe, but it feels like I'm no closer than when I started, you see. I didn't quite catch that, Nigel.
Fire.
I know you're fine, Nigel.
sorry, no, I got you that time. That's not helpful at all.
Have you seen Joylif? Has she taken care of you? Carried your soul into the next plane?
It was not her who carried, but
Who
I
was it?
am
Perhaps you're mistaken.
with her now.
I suppose that can't be all bad. What of the tribe? Are they there too? They at peace. Are you at peace, Nigel?
I am with the tribe, but Joylif is not here
God.
in the afterlife.
Hmm.
What do you make of this, Bill? Does this sound irregular to you? I would expect Joylif to receive them all.
If she is weaker, if her form
Perhaps her
is
reach
as
does
I
not
have.
extend that far.
Where have you seen Joylif before? I have heard the Deccan speak of your connection to her.
Yes, my dreams very often.
But physically, have you ever
And
seen her here?
back on Tortilla. Only in her physical corporeal form.
Dim in them. A lot of the deities did not survive the flood. A lot of their worshippers were gone. Some of them could not last in the afterlife. Some of them would not stay in Ascrodia. Could not survive there.
Yes.
Could be that.
What are you implying? That I worship a false idol?
No, I am merely implying that perhaps she is just too weak to return there. Though it is her true place.
Hmm.
May I ask a question?
Yes, ask away, yes. Yes, Nigel, he's the wisest Tortle I've ever known, you see. He will be able to answer any of your questions.
Nigel, what is it like there? It is warm,
Oh,
but hollow.
oh,
Dear.
I was expecting cold. At least it might remind him of the, warm island breeze of Tortilla. Listen, Nigel, I will do whatever I can. I will continue to praise Joylif and spread her word until she has the power to come and provide you with the peace that you need. We will also avenge you in our tribe. Tell me, do you know who did this to you? Do you know who burned everything we love to the ground?
Soldiers.
Dirty wizard soldiers.
Fleet soldiers
I thought as much.
with catapults and cannon fire.
How heinous. Nigel, you must rest. We will call upon you again. I promise. You will hear from me. I will think of you in my
The
dreams.
greenish light fades and the smoke almost disperses out onto Slayer's chest. Just disperses in the air. I'm sorry to say, but I cannot do that again for another week and a half.
Very specific.
Mm,
Specifically, I
it's
can't do that
okay.
for another 10 days,
think I've
if you
got
want to
one
be
of the
really clear.
two.
I just learnt this spell as well. So okay.
Yes, I will call upon you again. I'm sure there is much more we can learn from Nigel and perhaps some of her other friends. Perhaps even I don't think Captain Bloodbeard could be called back to us.
As long as... Well, actually, there is no need for his soul. It is merely his animated spirit that will answer the questions that he would have owned and knew in life and, in fact, his death. But I must remind you, Tim, if you are to use such magic on your brother again, it is not truly him. It is the spirit of him that speaks to you. There is a comfort to that.
Yes, I'll say.
But,
Must leave me with Skyr and the Skull.
of course.
I will call upon you again when it's time to talk to Bloodbeard. Perhaps you would be so kind as to let Barry know.
Wait, sorry. Does Tim know that Barry is Bloodbeard's son? That's not public
I
knowledge,
don't
is
think
it?
Not public
that's
knowledge.
no. I think the only people who know that are
Elizora and
Oh.
Grazil.
yeah, that's
All
it.
right, scratch that last
Was
bit
that
then.
mentioned? Was that mentioned in a officer meeting though with Elizora there?
I think it was like a private officers meeting or something. It was definitely in the quarters.
I don't know.
They
Yeah,
had,
No,
I
it
think
was
they had-
literally
they had-
just
There was
Grazil
there was
and Elizora.
Grazil and Elizora near Bloodbeard's body. They all huddled around Bloodbeard's body at one point.
And then on top of that,
Yeah,
you
but
and
there was a
Elizora
second
and
meeting.
Grazil all had a chat in Berry's room. And were all made aware of it. But there was no official announcement because Berry
Yeah,
specifically
and Barry
requested
hasn't
it to be
told Tim for sure.
on the sly.
So no word to Barry then. I'll probably just bring it up at the next officers meeting that we're gonna get some answers out of Bloodbeard.
Well, I will
Whether we want them or not.
I will let them know. It's It's a useful ability that I'm gifted, but it is a hollow victory in a certain sense. He leaves you to.
Oh, before you go,
Yes.
there is nothing hollow about the joy you have just shown me. Truly appreciate this dirty magic.
You know the spell.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it comes from a different place.
Oh,
you
is that what
understand?
it? Oh, is that it? Okay.
You're welcome, Tim. I think. And he leaves you. Okay. You all
welcome to
will
Slayer
have
for the
plenty of
evening.
time doing what you guys are doing. Tim, is there something you wanted to do?
Sorry, I was just gonna see if I could work on Slayer for the evening, see how he's doing, and if there's any way to wake him up sooner.
Do a
Guess we
medicine
forgot
check.
about him for so long. Absolutely. Come +5 on that one moment.
Just remember, your proficiency's gone up now.
+6. You're right.
I think it's +6 because of his
Unnatural 20.
skill. Unnatural 20. He's breathing. He's definitely in a sort of comatose state. You think there may be a possible way of waking up. You've tried smelling salts before, but maybe something stronger. Or maybe if you could. There are hints, thoughts you remember about the tribe. There was a time where an elder wouldn't wake up for a very long time until his child came and spoke to them of memories that they had, stories and tales and things that seemingly gave the elder the life back. But
Yes.
you know
Yes, it
absolutely
reminds me.
nothing about Slayer's past.
It's a long shot. It just might work. I must fetch the firstborn.
He goes off in search.
Where? Where? Oh dear.
Sorry, be right back.
That's Tim going to search for the firstborn.
That's Tim
Checking it.
searching for the firstborn.
Check.
Right, I've got questions to answer Matt on, so I'll get to those. Dan, you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Umbra, you'll be really quick with what you're doing. Vaela, is there anything you want to do?
I don't think there's any particular things that she needs to do. I think just making herself known and seen. Because obviously this is basically her first week as being a captain, so she'll be walking around the ship a lot,
Gotta
making
soak
sure
it in.
things. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, exactly. Making sure things are going okay. People are okay and happy and stuff. Offering assistance in the sense that if allocations need moving around, like for example, if Barry needs help with setting his diamond, make sure he's got the appropriate deckhands or whoever needed to help, and just things like that really. I don't think there's anything specific that she needs to do, because I imagine it won't take very long for her to research or study the ship crew thing. So that shouldn't take too long. I don't think there's anything else she really needs to do. She might just, it's more knowledge I think at this point, so she'll probably check like what's in the ship's inventory, because that's, I think Barry's holding on to that, isn't he, the bag of holding. Just things like that really. It's more of a knowledge thing, filling gaps.
Yeah, you're getting an idea of the crew, you're getting a feel for the crew, you're trying to understand what people are doing, what people aren't doing, trying to help out where you can as well. Yeah, no, I think that's so like Barry and Bill together kind of are looking at how to do the figurehead. Bill actually comes to you, Alarias, says, the captain mentioned about you maybe having enough arcane knowledge to aid me in placing this blood diamond on the figurehead.
Yes, I could help you out. What are you planning on doing?
Well, through this blood diamond, I can use the globe. Wait, Alarias doesn't know about the globe. Alarias doesn't know anything. Hold on. 1 second. Oopsie. Reverse, come back in. Well, I have a particular thing that I think might aid in our travel, but I need to be able to fix the diamond into your figurehead to allow the ship to pass through. It's a lot of portal jumping, if you know what I mean.
I totally know what you mean. I can totally help out.
Excellent. I need your aid in fixing it to the ship and somewhat enchanting the ship ready for some kind of portal or dimension changing. I don't want the ship to break up on transit.
Okay, I've never really delved too much into portal hopping, but I could help out.
Well, we can at least see how far we get.
Okay. Yeah, he'll go with him. I'm guessing he wants to do it right now.
Pretty much. The sooner he gets it done, the sooner you might be able to move quicker. So.
Yeah.
I'll say, do you want to roll this with advantage, or shall he roll it with advantage?
Ooh.
Put your Arcana down.
It'll be an
Is it
Arcana
Arcana?
check. Yeah, it'll be an Arcana check.
My proficiency. Yeah, I'll roll it. Got +7. Advantage, yep. 24.
24.
Yep.
Man. Okay, so you've never done something like this before. But since your readings of Dunamancy and this gravitational and time magic, this your concept of time within space and gravitational pull and different dimensional effects of the physical world, you kind of feel like it fits. You begin doing the equation in your head, and suddenly the theories come to your mind, and everything makes sense. Suddenly, you're looking at this blood diamond, and the magical equation you come up with in your mind of displacing the entire ship from one realm to another without tearing it apart becomes clear, and you fix it within the. Actually, where do you fix it? Where do you want to fix it on this figurehead? You've got a skeleton bearing up the.
I was thinking in the eye socket, but there's two, and it's only one blood diamond, so it look a bit weird. But
Do that if you like.
I don't know.
We'll get
You
another
put an eye
adventure.
patch over
I
the
would,
other one.
I would,
Yeah.
I would have said in the chest. Like in
Nah,
the
the eye
behind the
looks
ribcage.
badass.
No, the eye. Yeah, we could put
Yeah.
an eye patch over the
One
other
on
one.
the eye and eye patch over the other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do one,
Yeah.
and then
Eye
later
patch
on,
over.
someone's gonna do an eye patch on the other.
Yeah,
Cool.
unless we get another one. Yeah, before we get another one.
We'll get another one.
Yeah.
Or upgrade.
Just this amazingly rare gem. We'll get another one. It's fine.
Hmm.
Fine.
I mean,
Is
they
it-
are very rare. Speaking of, by the way, Tim, blood diamonds were talked about in your clerical training
Hmm.
as something that is very necessary for you to resurrect people.
I see. If anyone important dies, we can just give up our speed.
just to be fair warned.
To resurrect blood there with it.
one extra life?
Good, but
Mm.
not worth it.
Sounds like a waste.
Control him if
Definitely
he comes
waste.
back.
Okay, so you fix the eye in. You sort of feel out the magical energy from it, and kind of brush it like you're painting around the ship this It's almost like creating an abjuration shielding magic, but you're kind of spreading this natural arcane emanation from this crystal around the bow of the ship to brace it for extra dimensional travel.
Nice. So slots right in.
Yeah.
Turn to Bill and say, "There you go."
I have to say, I'm very impressed. For someone who hasn't done it before, that was quite incredible.
What can I say? I'm a powerful wizard.
You must be able to do that
Totally.
quickly, or at least incredibly intelligent. I thank you. I should let the captain know. Or do you want to let the captain know you did it?
Yeah, why not? I'll let Vaela know. And say,
Tell Vader about your memories coming back.
I'm gonna wait. He's still kind of
Oh, okay.
processing it. It's a lot. Like
Yeah.
it's
Well,
what,
it's
like
a-
100 years.
I'll say
Like
it's an elf,
it's a lot
yeah.
to process.
I mean, how old is
Yeah.
Alarias?
Alarias, I think you're 230?
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
went
Wow.
back to like
120.
yeah. That
Oh,
was
right.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
You
yeah,
you
so
lost
Yeah.
about 100
Yeah.
years.
it was a long time.
it's a lot.
So like he blurred that out, but he needs to kind of process everything. I think.
Racist. Is the question.
Huh?
Is he still racist?
Oh yeah, he was a racist before he lost his memory.
Yeah.
That wasn't a
Yeah.
side
I
effect
need
of his
to
memory.
start tying that back in.
Yeah.
But
You have,
we do the lizard folk.
Is there an actual reason for being racist? I thought it was just like a thing.
Oh yeah, no, there's a reason. There's a very
Hmm.
valid reason.
It's not just like an
I
elf.
mean,
general
there's never
elf
really
thing.
a valid reason, but there's
Yeah.
you get what I mean. There's a reason specifically,
There's always a reason.
not a valid reason, but a reason.
So he'll go up to Vaela and say, show her his masterpiece.
Oh, well done, well done. A bit lopsided, but I suppose we need just find an eye patch or something.
Can always find another one, yeah.
Or find another one. That'd be better. I was under the impression these things were extremely rare. But I'm sure we've got an eye patch flying around. It seems pretty badass. So well done, good work.
Did Bloodbeard have an eye patch?
No. No. I think no.
No.
No,
I don't think
no,
anyone-
no, no, no.
I don't think we actually come up against anyone who actually has an eye patch.
Hey,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
apart from No Eye Bill, sorry, yeah, but No Eye Bill's got 2 eye patches.
Eye patches actually,
Actually, Bill, do you?
in
you
dear old pirate times were for going below decks. So with
Bill, I don't
magic
suppose.
like
all have
light.
that.
So
Bill, I don't suppose you bear eye patches floating around.
no,
No. Like in
no.
case
Why would I ever need a spare?
in case they get dirty.
Or different colours, you want to change up the style?
Yeah, dress
So
up.
he just looks at you and just goes, and suddenly all the dirt or remnants of dirt that's on his clothing just
Wow.
magics off him.
Wow,
Bit of a show off there, Bill.
that's that's very impressive. How did you do that?
Oh, it's only a cantrip.
Oh, I have to try that one day.
Prestidigitation, however you pronounce it.
Yeah, that's handy, very handy.
Never seen anyone use that, I have to say.
No, yeah, exactly.
Cleaning your clothes. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of spell I need in life.
Yeah.
That's
What are the-
a very useful spell.
Oh, very handy. Oh, so much for that then. I guess we'll just have to find one at some point.
Yeah.
So, Bill, how long would it take to, do this Styjon business?
Not long. I could get us to the wreckage a lot sooner, but we will spend a good week and a half in the Astral Sea, and there are other dangers there.
Did anyone ask him, is there anything else in the Astral Sea that we
Yeah.
should be worried
Oh,
about?
I did ask him if it was dangerous. I mean, that's kind of encompassing.
Yeah.
I thought you just meant the journey to the Astral Sea. I didn't realize you meant in the Astral Sea
Well,
itself.
they're both, it's kind of all encompassing in that. That's kind of what I
Okay.
meant. Are we
Oh,
going to survive the journey?
Apologies. Look, Styjon is a very crazy realm. It's Magic works faster, you can move quicker, time does not work in the same way. I've known certain people of this realm use the Astral Sea for many reasons, but there are some creatures that find themselves there that do not wish to be there, and there are other creatures that are born of such a place, and you do not necessarily wish to trifle with. But that does not mean that we'll encounter them. We could sail by, we could.
How did you mask yourself, beings?
Well, if I'm entirely honest, whenever I saw one, I just found the nearest portal and hopped out of there.
Fair enough. I mean, how many times? Okay, the other question then: how many times can you create these portals?
Well, thanks to the globe, I can do it once a day. Essentially, one day we will go into the astral sea, station, and one day we can leave.
Well, I'll leave as our navigator. Leave the hopping to you.
I mean, if we were lucky enough to have a tear or a natural portal open up, then I'd be able to get us out of there as quickly as we needed to.
I assume you know what. Again, I'll leave that to you. Assuming you know what you're looking for when it comes to these tears. I wouldn't even know what I was looking at.
Trust me, most of the time I don't see much. It's more of a feeling.
Even more then.
What kind of feeling?
Tingle.
He says, I'll go away and plot out a course and see how much it's worth it, how much time it shaves off, and give you the detail.
As long as we're
If
there
we were
within
to look at the Rubik's Globe while in the Astral Sea,
Funny,
would that
funny you mentioned that. That's cute. One of the things I was planning on doing when we got there, as I said in that meeting, that one that's missing could be in Stygion. So if we use the globe while we're there, maybe we'll see another one.
This globe, this map, you could call it, while it's not a regular map and it doesn't work the same way as a regular map would, it's taken me to more places than I've ever seen, than I'd ever would have seen before. And for that, I must say, if there is a 10th artifact and it's not on this material world, I can't imagine it can't lead us to it on another one.
Excellent. Well, it's worth a try then. As soon as we're on Stygion, we'll take a peek at this map, I suppose.
Sounds like a plan. I'll plot out the course, double check the gem. It was Alarias' first time, but quite frankly, he did the best job I've ever seen.
A good one. Actually, I don't know the other thing. Could be fish in Stygion? Are there fish?
No, that is a negative of it. There is no fishing unless you plan to fish in people's dreams, and that's not something anybody wants.
That sounds complicated. No, that's fine. We have
Yes,
enough. We have stock. It's okay.
The other thing is you don't want to find yourself in a longboat with with a ferryman and the dead. It's not a pleasant experience, I can tell you that much.
Take your word for it. Righty then. Let's do it. Mist.
Okay. Does anybody want to RP amongst themselves while I deal with my screaming child quickly?
I don't think if there's anything else you do. I can't really think of anything else. We haven't got.
Timberlake wandering around the ship looking sketch.
This is it. Yeah, just Umbra doing God knows what. We only have Bloodbeard's body. We don't have any other bodies, do we? Because all the other people that died from Blue Rock, we got rid of.
yeah, we've given their OC.
Yeah.
We have the one dude who
Well, we
died
had
on
some
the
more recent. Yeah.
The
one
guy that
dude
got
died.
shot, yeah.
Oh yeah, we got him.
We need to
Yeah.
give him a burial before we go.
He's in. We need to his burial. Well, that's the thing. We'll give him his burial by sea as well then. On one of the days. Well,
We'll fit it in somewhere.
assuming we still have the body, because I think he got sent to the morgue, didn't he? So it's God knows what defiling Umbra.
Yeah,
has
he
done.
was. Yeah, he was carried. He was carried straight down.
Which guy's this?
The guy that got shot by the arrow.
Oh no, he's okay. Yeah,
he's
he's been properly prepared.
Okay.
I didn't have any use for him. Got a lot of spare body parts.
Just can imagine just body
You
parts
don't
just
know.
on the wall. You know, it's like one of those. Was it?
Slaughterhouse, a pig
That's it.
slaughterhouse.
That's what I was
Just
thinking.
got-
Yeah, they're just hanging up
yeah,
pieces.
on
Yeah.
the meat hooks.
Yeah.
I legit do have quite a few bodies. I don't really
Mm.
need more.
I mean, the Borg's not even that big a place, is it? Like, it's pretty.
Oh, I find the space.
Uh,
There's no like amenities in the morgue. It's just one part.
Don't forget, he's
As a
in the
single
lower
worker.
decks with all the storage stuff.
oh, I know. Yeah.
That's true.
Just open a barrel and there's just heads in it. Yeah. So
It's kind of convenient, basically, having like a floor to myself.
pretty much. I mean,
Like
one way or another, yeah. You've got no one's coming. You know, the quartermasters and people picking up stuff, but people are staying well away from you. The only person you've got down there is Tiberius in the brig.
Oh yeah.
They still got him in there.
Also, I've got the guy I'm working on, the arms guy.
Oh yeah.
He's almost better.
I think Elizora's gotten a bit more comfortable around Umbra enough to be there on a regular
true.
basis.
No, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. So while you were gone, we've one of the evenings we're gonna give the guy who died by arrow buried at sea on the way. I'll do one of the evenings, preferably not a Stygion one.
I think it's quite cool though.
Well,
be
it's up
buried
to
in
you when
Ireland.
we go to Stygion. If you want to sail in the material plane for a little while, we can.
Well, fine. We'll give them this burial and then we'll go. Allows you to prepare your so on and so forth more. And it's probably worth making sure the crew are ready. Sure, none of them have done this trip.
Yeah, you might want to warn them about what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, while you're preparing, and while I guess Umbra is preparing the person's body, we'll say we know what the name is.
I'll get my guy to help me.
Yeah. While the body is being prepared, I assume Tim and Umbra will be sorting that out.
No.
And,
I don't need help anymore.
Well, I'll tell
no.
Tim and Umbra to sort it out. Whether who actually does sort it out is a whole different thing.
You come, Tim. I'll tell you what you see.
I will inform the crew. Probably not so much in a grand statement. I think this one I will go to them individually to make sure they're okay with it, and I will explain the process, or at least what's going to happen. If they have any questions, they can come to you, Bill.
Problem with that?
Right. That's just it. We'll know what we're doing. Yes. Again.
Missed. Tim, you find the boy. Or the firstborn, as we call him.
So my plan is just to take him to the sleeping slayer, and
Come on, lad. Rouse him with your childish voice.
He's taking your boy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Not sure how I feel about this.
Star Boy.
Joyless boy.
From the capital.
Is this for Joylif?
Yes, very much so. Just say things to him about being a little child werewolf. How much you love your daddy slayer. Go on.
Mr. Tim?
Look, I'll even shake him for you, help you along a little bit.
Oh, okay. And he sort of sits there and gets next to Slayer, kind of holds his hand, look at you if it's the right thing to do, and he just
Yes,
goes, Daddy?
So disturbing.
yes.
This is why I say anything Umbra's done, by the way.
I miss you.
Yes, continue.
I miss when we used to transform together under the full moon.
Yes, the light of the full moon, yeah.
I miss hunting rabbits with you.
Just keep going. Look, he stirs.
Can you roll?
I'm rolling.
Yeah, can you roll, Tim? Can you roll a medicine check for me, please?
I would.
Medicine, but
Oh,
thank
yeah, I
you.
wouldn't even
No,
know
trust-
what would you roll in those instances. Like,
Trust me, he's rolling medicine. Trust
This
me.
is an insult to medicine.
Oh, that's an 8.
It's an 8. Oh god, it's an 8. It could be working. You just don't know. Like,
So I don't detect any change in him.
you don't detect any change, but you don't know. It might be working. You may have missed something. Who knows?
Work harder.
Fool of a boy. We'll rehearse and we will try again later.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, be gone from me. For nothing.
You gotta give him a script. So he knows what to say.
He like runs out the room.
Maybe I'll need to give him a script next time.
Hmm.
Yeah, give him a script next time. That'll totally help the situation.
Yeah. We need to learn some. We need to interrogate Slayer and figure out some things about his background.
Jeez.
so we can do-
I'm surprised you didn't start howling at him. Just go. Ooh.
That genuinely was my next thing to do. If Tim was like, "Yep, keep going."
Tim whispers an apology into Slayer's ear once the boy is gone.
I'm sorry, I didn't think that he would make such a butchery of that. I thought he'd have a little more respect for you, you see. Clearly he has much to learn. I will leave you to your slumber for now.
Tim, curious question.
Hmm?
Does Tim wash?
Wash. God, no, I don't think so. I think like he swims in the sea almost every day.
Can you roll a D100 for me?
How ripe that loincloth is getting.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't changed it.
That's a 4.
Oh dear.
4 for my stinkiness.
Oh, wait.
On a
Oh,
D100.
D100.
That's what it says.
Oh. My bad.
You got a 4 on a
Yeah.
D100.
Oh, I got a 4 and then a 96.
Wow,
Which
4
adds
on
up
each
to
side.
100.
Yeah, both were. Yeah,
Yes,
both
4.
were hundreds. Yeah.
Yeah, bloody hell. Okay, so well, obviously we're taking the first roll. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe this worked. Your stench. Your
Yes.
genuine. Your scent stronger than any smelling salt you could have had prepared. Slayer just suddenly goes, and he wakes up, upright, and starts coughing and vomiting over the side of the infirmary bed.
Wait, I did it! I did it and I didn't even need the fool of a boy! The doctor is in!
And
Tim, you really need to. Oh my
Tim remembers
God.
where he is and fetches a bucket of water, I guess. I must have water to hand to give to him.
You can get fresh water fairly quickly.
Yeah, I can get fresh water out of the alchemy jug actually.
Oh
which I'll
yeah,
just
yeah, there you go.
pour it in space.
Just
Yeah,
pour
let
it in his
me-
face,
let
and
me
he's
clean
just like,
you up.
Tim,
Let me clean you up, Slayer. You
Tim, all right,
looking like you've been out for a while, you see.
Tim, put that water on yourself, all right?
What?
Tim, you stink.
I don't understand.
Stay at least a good few feet away from me, all right?
It's quite a small infirmary, you see.
I get that, but could you just get in the corner or something? Bloody hell!
Okay.
Tim stands in. You see, there's this little hallway crevice.
This little divot bit.
Sort of, he's just gonna sort of back up into it and recede slightly into his shell.
Okay, he's like slowly getting onto his side and everything, and he looks over at you receding into your shell and says, "Oh, Tim, don't make me feel bad. I'm sorry, but you just need to wash a little bit, all right?
Do you understand how many crevices this body has?
I don't need to know about your crevices,
Would
Tim.
you like to watch me, sir?
Tim?
I think not.
No, Tim. Wash yourself. I don't want to wash you at all.
I can't even reach my shell.
All right, Tim.
You think I would let one of those wizards use their magic on me?
I
Spray
suggest
me
you
down
do
with
at some
sort of
point.
magic hose. I won't have it. I won't hear it.
All right, Tim. All right. What of it? All right. I need to. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go. And he sort of stumbles out of the infirmary.
He leaves Tim in the dark, and Tim's obviously quite dejected. No one's ever called him stinky before, because all the Tortles stunk because they were all swimming in the sea constantly and eating seaweed and that kind of
Yeah.
thing. He sort of looks down and crosses the room, lets out a deep sigh, and takes the lid off of the mayonnaise barrel.
Oh no.
Cut to
Oh
black.
no. Cut to black.
Oh, it's always involving mayo, man. Oh,
Excellent.
That's what it's there for.
That's why it smells so bad.
Yeah. Why is white? Bathes in mayo.
He's just covered in it.
It's just all the time.
Moisturizer.
But yeah, that's how I'm spending my evening.
Cool. Well,
With a barrel of mayo. Oh.
the evening does set in. You begin the preparations for this funeral. Barry says a few words, and
Vaela says a few words as well. I don't know what they say because I don't.
well, Barry accepts saying a few words because Vaela kind of only just became captain.
Yeah, makes sense.
And you sort of throw them in the water. Their body gently floats for a while and then begins to sink. And Barry suggests a small merriment in the mess hall as a celebration for those of us that have survived so far, and for those of us that are no longer with us.
Yeah.
Alarias is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, I was hoping he would regale us
No,
with tales of his past.
he's in his room, I think. He wouldn't even go to the funeral.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
I think someone should check up on him. I want to hear about the daughter, to be honest. So.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm interested.
you know,
Yeah,
if
someone
you-
who's not Umbra, can they go check up on him?
No one else knows about.
Someone who
Oh, yeah,
cares.
true.
hey, Umbra could for once take an interest.
I just don't think he cared, to be honest. I mean, he's happy that
He's
Alarias
very
owes him a
yeah.
favour.
That's
Would
metagaming,
actually,
Alpha.
I don't know.
Yeah, all right.
Would Gruziel be concerned enough about Alarias? Because he's the only one that's known him for that long. That's
We're
still
really
around.
scraping the bottom of the
Yeah.
barrel
So
here.
he-
We've got to go to
Because
Alarias
he's
is
been there for as long as,
interesting
apart
Gruziel.
from Tim, Gruziel's been there for the longest.
For example, for that information as well, is Tim there? Because I think Tim wouldn't be there either, based on Tim's cut to black.
Oh, God.
He might go and join the merriment with like mayonnaise between his
Oh my
bits and
God.
bits, you know.
It's gonna make it so much better.
Oh my God.
But I don't think at the funeral. No, he's busy for the funeral.
Okay, so busy for the
And
funeral, but then actually appears for the. So the cleric, the doctor, is not at the funeral.
Well, that's more of a it's more of an Umbra thing, I suppose, technically.
Umbra could do it, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you're not there. Gruziel would be enjoying the merriment as well. Vaela you would also notice them missing. You have to go on that Alarias did a good thing today, and your current information on Tim and situations with Tim as well, when he suddenly appears with mayonnaise in between his armpits.
I can imagine just her looking at you going, "What? Why? Why, Tim? Why? Do I want to know, Tim? Do I want to know why you're covered in mayo?"
Don't stop the party on my account.
Oh,
I'm here and pleasant to be around.
well, don't touch anybody. Oh, and obviously the
Amazing.
piano's in the mess hall as well, so I don't know if anyone's partaken of the piano.
Oh, interesting.
Who can sing and play?
That's a good question.
I think I've got that in an
Barry,
the
Barry,
chef
Barry
is
would
up
sing.
piano,
Barry
right?
sings, but he doesn't play. Who would play? That's the question.
I don't think it was in
the
anyone's.
chef's.
Might be so
Chef
quick.
Smurf, he must be able to play it.
You
Yeah.
just walk on it. It's so small.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You just be like, "Do-do-do-do-do-do-dee." That's it. That's what you're getting. Oh, my notes are so slow.
I don't think anyone. No one in here kind of alludes like.
I was thinking Alarias maybe because of the elf background, but
You
'Cause he's
could
quite into
possibly play
music.
this instrument.
Remember
Yeah, no,
my
you
dream
could
about
possibly
it.
play this instrument, but you've elected not to be. Oh, I don't know. You could hear
Yeah.
the merriment and decide to join in.
No, it
No, it's not happening.
Doesn't
Yeah, I
Vaela
think
get a
think
musical
Rixil
rogue?
Rixil would join and start playing the piano, and
I enjoyed
you'd
Rixil. I
hear.
enjoyed Rixil's notes.
Yeah, you'll enjoy Rixil's notes.
Okay.
You'll hear as well a large amount of thumping from the lower deck. You
Wow.
like all of you will notice this. Actually, everyone in the mess hall notices this, and they just hear a "Come on! I have been down here for ages. Please let me out. I am tired of this. All I did was get drunk."
Have you left this poor dude in the brick this whole time?
Yes, no one has
Ages.
told me
It does feel
they've
like it's
gotten him
been
out.
there for ages.
I might have to do something with him if no one's going to get him out, because Umbra will just assume he's been forgotten about.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, he's kind of an unfortunate what was it? An unfortunate situation of the changing of the hands, because not only did Grazil switch, but Elena switched as well, who was in charge of their discipline.
Oh yeah.
Again.
Elizora is now in charge of discipline as the first mate.
Fair enough. Yeah, why not?
Speaking
Yeah.
of, Elena isn't at the mess hall either.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Which I need to change Elena's thing as well. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with Tiberius yet. Because I asked you about like rumors and stuff, and people were starting to think bad things about him. So I don't know whether necessarily releasing him's a good idea.
Rumors are what people have kind of like guessed at what he's done because Grazil never mentioned what he actually did, and Elena's forgotten.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Alarias
Elizora
knows though.
Well, I think because no, Elena wasn't there, was she? Not at this point.
No, but she was the one that was going to be doing the punishment.
Oh, of course. So Alarias is probably the only other person in the.
Elizora knows.
Elizora
Of
knows,
course, yeah,
but I
Elizora
don't know
knows.
if
The Hawk,
Elizora is sure if that's why the particular punishment is going on, though you can assume.
She didn't hear the convo, I guess. She just saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just visually saw it.
Elizora's the reason why Grazil isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But in terms of the party, the Vaela wouldn't do anything. She would stay and she would see it more of a benefit for her to mingle with the crew. You know, because it's her first sort of merriment since being captain. But she wouldn't go anywhere.
Okay,
Let me
so
move-
there's
let
a
me move the numbers.
thudding, this yelling from a voice below, and then suddenly it's just like, and everybody just carries on enjoying themselves.
I think personally, because we had a changing of the guard, it's fair to remove Tiberius from
We
the
definitely
brig.
should have let him out by now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think even because I think if
And just to say that it's just like, you know what you did wrong.
yeah.
Stay off the drink.
Are you coming to let him out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down there. I'm
Umbra
down and
needs
around
to
there anyway.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
for reasons.
As
I
he
need to know.
approaches with his sickle, Umbra needs to know.
Emma just putting his thing. Oh, hey, how's it going?
All right.
Yeah, I was already to take him from the brick.
Nice.
She's not scared of Umbra anyway, so.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why Umbra needs to know?
Oh, it doesn't matter now. How does he react when he's out of the brig, out of interest? Since I can hear from the morgue.
So he just goes, thank you. I have been waiting to get out of there for so long. I just got a little drunk. I got so much information for the captain, from more Capitan, and he's left me slung there for ages. I've been on small rations. I have had to listen to Umbra and his whispering. This has been torture.
Yes, and do you know what you should do going forward?
I will not get as drunk as I did before.
Is that really what you should not do anymore?
He's genuinely looking curious to you, just like, I will get as much information as possible for the Capitan, and I will not get drunk at all, and do my duties to the best of my ability.
Very good. Next time you'll be in the morgue itself.
Okay,
Be warned.
message received. No worries. And he starts like running up the stairs, full sprint. And
Very
Elizora and you hear from above him just come into the party and basically just be like, "Hey, I am back."
How does the crew react to this when they see him coming through the door?
I'll send
Do
a message
they-
cantrip to Tiff saying he gets no alcohol rations.
Nice. Do people look happy to see him?
So everybody looks at him for a minute. A lot of people were like questioningly, and then he suddenly gets like approached by a lot of people, and you overhear whispering, just like, "Hey man, what did you do? Like, why were you in there so long?" It is a long story. I definitely deserved it. Where is Capitan? Where is Gruzil?
He has no idea.
Oh, he could get revenge
have
on this
heard.
boy, though, because Zill's been
would have
demoted
heard.
now.
Yeah, he would have heard through the think, surely. 'Cause
Yeah.
peop-
He is in
All
the
the way down
brig at the
there?
very, very
Yeah.
bottom.
You would.
Alright.
He's probably mostly focused on not getting
You,
killed by
you,
Umbra.
you
That's
did the
true.
voting and everything on the the top deck.
There's a whole big hole going through there.
Yeah, but it's quite
But-
tall. The ship.
That does
Might be
not mean
sleeping.
that the sound is all going to go all the way there.
Fair enough.
You probably heard mumbling
Yeah, yeah.
of announcements and a female voice versus a male voice. Basically, he starts talking to deckhands and it's like, "Hey, what do you mean? What have I missed?" They fill him in.
Actually, would I don't suppose I would hear any of that conversation from where I am. Him asking specifically where is Captain Gruzil, like, where's Gruzil? Do I hear that part? Or not?
Yeah, you probably hear him say, "Where's Capitan Gruzil? Where is he?"
I think what she would do is if she heard that, she'd come over to him, sort of put her arm around him, and sort of, leaning on him and go, "I'm the captain now. That's me. Brazil is no longer captain."
So he's a halfling, so he's very
Yeah,
short.
yeah.
So you just sort of lean down and
Yeah, yeah.
over him, and he's like,
kneel down if necessary.
probably would take a knee. He looks up at you and he's like, "You are the Capitan now?"
Indeed, I am.
"Well, Capitan, Tiberius Deepmount at your service.
Oh,
And
fantastic.
may I say, a very beautiful lady in charge indeed."
Ah, see, flattery. Flattery will get you everywhere.
"I already like you so much better. No offense, Crucial, wherever you are, if she did not kill you." And then he spots,
Oh,
and
he-
then
He's around.
spots Crucial and is like, "Ah,
Just drinking water in the corner.
What's that?
He can't. He
Right,
can't
playing
drink.
it
He can't,
safe.
remember, he can't drink
Yeah.
alcohol.
I can't hear. I forgot.
He's an
He
extreme
has
lightweight.
like one.
He's
Yeah.
like an extreme
Oh,
lightweight.
yeah, massive lightweight.
yeah.
Tiberius goes over to
yeah.
him and pats him on the shoulder and says, "Hey, no hard feelings, huh?"
Who's should I do that or you?
Ah, sure. To be honest, I kind of forgot I left you down there. It is okay. I understand. I was very bad. Whatever. Who knows? Anyway, drinks all around. Where is my drink? Tiff. 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 And he's like wandering around trying to find a drink from Tiff.
he banned from drinking?
Yeah, that's it. He's just
He
lost.
won't get one now.
He won't get any
He's
drink.
lost drinking rights.
On the ship, at least.
On the ship for now. Yeah. What? So, Alarias, you're not involved in the drinking tonight. Is there anything in particular doing?
Well, he's cracking all his notes and his spells. He's kind of just in the
Focusing on
mindset
that.
of getting everything down. I
Okay,
mean,
cool.
I'd say it would probably take the
Very
evening.
noisy.
Okay, you guys have the evening. Is there anything you want to do before you sleep in for the night? The merriment is going on.
I think I'm the more I think about it, the more I think Brazil would actually try and talk to Alarias. Because he wasn't at the funeral, he wasn't at this. Because you were there for when the other crew got sent away.
Okay.
And again, I think because on the crew, Grazil's known you the longest. I think because I think
Yeah.
you were introduced to Grazil before you were introduced to Tim.
So, Alarias, you hear a knock at the door.
Who is it? I'm busy.
It's Cruzeal, Alarias, and you weren't at the funeral, and now you're not enjoying the merriment. Everybody's getting very, very merry.
He'll
you
open
are
the
not.
door. He'll open the door and let him in. And listen, Grazil. I don't know if you know, but Umbra's been making a memory potion.
Ah, yes. I was meant to well, before when I was captain, I was meant to be there when he used it to check what he was doing, you know. And but now I'm not captain. I suppose Vaela should have been there, but I don't know if she was, considering that you're in here by yourself. Did it hurt you? Did Umbra do something bad to you? Do you have mouths for hands?
No.
Do you give mouths on hands to one
No
guy?
side effects. Yeah. No, I think this is the first time there has been no side effects, no wrongdoing. It did me good more than harm. I got all my memories back, 100 years worth of memories.
Wow, that's a lot to take in, because I've only been alive like. And he starts counting on his fingers, on his claws, I should say.
Jesus,
How old is he?
gonna be here a while.
He's 30. So
So he goes through his hands.
Yeah.
Only like
Very
30
old man.
years, and I don't even remember all of it.
Yeah, 30 compared to 200. You know, there's quite
That's
a
a
big difference.
that's a lot. That's a lot to take in, Alarias.
And anyway, I'm spending the night. I'm just trying to process everything, write everything down. I can't face losing those memories again. Not after what I've discovered. I just can't.
Well, do you wanna share them, and we could maybe put up like a board and have like I don't know, some kind of just oh god, I lost it.
Sound like
Brainstorm.
I just saw Sonny out the corner of my eye just crack, and I was like, oh god.
that's too good. So good. You do it, but you do it better Brazil than I do.
I'm sure it hasn't been offered this whole time.
And you could have like some red fur in like string and tie it up and pin into places to link
No.
up where your memories are.
It's like the meme. It's like the meme, isn't it? Except the green Dragon Ball. You know, that guy's like, ah.
Exactly.
Great.
Actually, DM'd player question. Alarias, do you want this to be a headphones off conversation?
No, I'm pretty much gonna cut this off with one sentence.
Okay.
He's just gonna say, "Listen,
out.
Brazil. You know, I appreciate your friendship and coming in and checking on me, but I really have to process it. Right now, I don't think it's safe for me to tell anyone about this right now.
Okay.
It's not safe right now."
Well, I'm and he like sort of goes to put a hand on your shoulder and just says, I'm here if you need me, and I'll be in there drinking water, so I'll be sober mind if you need it.
I appreciate it. You've been a great friend. He'll shake his hand on the way out and kind of usher him out.
Nice.
Also, you know, I'm a great listener, and if you want to talk about anything ever, I'm always here.
When I'm ready. When I'm ready. Just
Just outside the shut door, there's just a Crucial just suddenly goes, walks back into the mess hall and carries on
Brilliant.
drinking his water.
So good.
Great.
Is there anything that anybody wants to do before sleep for the night?
Elizora will speak to Umbra, but we've already covered that with Umbra.
Oh, okay.
previously.
That's when your Umbra chat's going to be. Cool. I think I've answered all your questions, Matt. Yeah, I think I
So
have.
far.
Tim's doing his mayonnaise thing while in the mess hall. Umbra, you will have finished your thing,
My
and it would
project.
be
Excellent.
your project will be
Beautiful.
beautiful. Is definitely the word I would have used.
Nice.
Not the word I'd used.
So do you all kit for the night?
Yep.
Cool. You do all short rest. It is a genteel sleep for you. Technically, your level up is active from now, so you will have access to all your abilities and stuff.
Fair enough. I don't think anyone
Sure.
used.
No, I didn't think they did at all. And the morning comes. It is a new dawn for the day. I know there's been some private chats in Discord and stuff, so I'm just going to picture that most of those probably happened last night. So you've got all that knowledge from here forward. Okay, the new day starts. Bill comes to find you, Vaela, and says, I think I've got it ready. This should shave off a good 2.5 weeks from our journey time.
Fantastic. When do we?
As long as you've got enough food and everything for a good week.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Okay, great. It is a bit bumpy. A few might vomit, but apart from that, you should all be fine.
Well, I guess everyone should hold on to something.
At least for the first time, yes.
Fair enough. Are we ready to go now?
I'm ready when you are.
Fantastic. So she'll shout to the whole crew that we're about to do the jump to Styjon, and to hold on to something because it's going to get bumpy.
Hyperspace.
Yeah. End up at the bottom of the ocean. Fleet head, just in the middle of fleet headquarters, just in the courtyard.
I'm using some hit die, by the way, to put myself back on full health.
Yeah,
Cool.
I did.
Well, you would have leveled up, so that would have brought you to
Yeah,
full
but I'm
health.
not full health.
That doesn't put you
anyway.
to full anyway. You increase your current and max,
Oh, okay.
don't you? So.
Yeah, so I've healed myself up. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Aha. Okay, that's good.
Short rest. Press the button.
Bill, Stan.
I'm still using the staff, the trident, as the fill the water up though.
Okay.
I've taken off control water, just create destroy water, and I'm using the staff trident,
Okay.
create and destroy
Okay,
water to do
okay.
it instead.
All right.
Um,
Yeah, because I
Bill
assume that our
gets-
water's going to still go up by day, each day, but we're going to have our food go down rather than stay still. That's fine.
Sounds about right. Bill gets to the front of the ship. He sort of leans slightly over the front bow. He twists the globe, presses a variant of what seemingly are buttons in, and then he clinks it. And instead of the glow you got before, the purplish glow with like greenish accents inside it, this time there is it's almost like black light peering out from it with stars within them. And as it pops open and does this, he shuts it back down and pushes it forwards, directing it towards the blood diamond that Alarias put into the ship earlier. And you see before your ship this tear in space and time, seemingly open as a rip, and then suddenly this purplish magic latches onto the rim of this tear and pushes it wide enough and tall enough for the ship. And as you're sailing through, water is falling into it, and it is just a black space with cosmic clouds and stars and a still reflection of that at the base. As you sail in, the portal shuts behind you, and you are now in Styjon, the astral sea.
Very
All around you it's like the cosmic clouds of space and stars, and you notice when you're looking around there are these small, like almost like portals, but then they're more like visions, orb-like shaped on a screen on portions of the reflected surface below that the ship is sailing through, and they all are like teeth falling out. Some are people running into school naked, and then there are other things of like uh, people getting married. There are other things of people sitting in a castle with a dragon appearing down, and Bill just says to you, "Take no mind of those, but I recommend don't fall into one. You might not be able to get out.
what are they?
They're people's dreams. People who are sleeping, people who are thinking of great and wonderful things. This is where their dreams are, and this is where they connect to them.
Interesting. Could be worth
Some,
could be worth paying attention to some of these, if they are
if,
of the fleet or people that we have as enemies. Learning of
if
their
you could
dreams.
identify them, then sure. I've never been able to, but yeah, these are different dreams of different people. I have seen people fall from their dreams into other people's dreams. I've seen people fall out of their dreams or taken out of their dreams by beings, but, well, I've only seen a few fall into someone else's dreams and never come out again.
Out of interest, you're saying you can interact with these dreams, right?
It is possible, yes.
So say
Safely, however, I think is only be able
Yeah.
to be done by some kind of magic.
Well, say for example, I don't know, you'd see a person in a dream. If you were to attack from the outside, that person from within their dream, what effect would that have to them?
What happens to you when you die in a dream? You wake up.
That's funny.
What if we dream? What if we dream while we're in this dream plane? Where do those
That I
dreams
cannot
go?
tell you. Most of the time when I spend my time here, I do not look around while I am asleep.
Okay.
But
I think
We
it's
got like a
best that we keep.
sample of the water here. I think it could be useful.
when you try, so let's say Umbra, you sort of put a vial out a porthole, attempt to take some of the water.
Yeah.
When anything you dip in, when you bring it back up, your vial's empty.
Ah, damn.
It can't seem to collect whatever it is. It's like it's not really a material. It's almost like it's almost like it's an illusion.
Interesting.
Cool.
Okay.
I wonder if Grazil shudders at this. Somewhat.
Grazil definitely
Probably feels-
shudders at this slightly. He recognizes this almost immediately.
He recognizes it.
Mm.
Interesting. We don't know about this, I'm assuming, right? I have no
No.
memory of this.
No, you don't know about this.
No reason for him to tell us.
How do you think he got here?
Exactly.
No, he went through the. Oh no, we are in the astral bit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because he got teleported, didn't he? So he's got to
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
through this in order to get here.
I always assumed it was just a portal.
Right, Bill, Elizora. We can call an officers' meeting, I suppose. Might as well show all the officers this globe of yours.
Probably wise to, yes, explain that we have some artifacts to those that need to know.
And she'll call an officers.
Who is at the officers' meeting? Out of curiosity. Do you include Umbra? Is my question.
Oh no, an officer.
God no.
Poor Umbra. God no, that's
Not
not
yet,
happening.
anyway.
But do you include Tim?
Yes, he is an officer still.
Cool.
For now.
Tim, Barry actually is the one to get you, and before you go in, he just nudges you and says, "Remember what I said. It'll do you good." And goes in.
Yes, yes, of course, yes.
But yeah, so we'll go into the war room.
You got everyone there that you need. Alarias is obviously in there. Barry's in there.
Chris turned up.
Do you include Archer and stuff?
I mean, she's technically an officer, so she would have to turn up.
So Archer comes in and is kind of like, this is very new. I am very new to this.
Well, we're both in the same boat. Well, more than one way.
Ah,
But you know, this is my first one as well. Learn this one
it's
together.
it's very funny humor.
Yeah. Right. And so that's everyone.
Too
So that's all the. Yeah. No. So is that everyone then? So everyone's in there. That should.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Cool. Right. And then what she'll do, she'll just quickly explain to those, you know, basically not Barry or oh no, Barry doesn't know, does he? Anyone who's not
Barry doesn't know.
Elizora and Bill, what these artifacts are in more detail.
And Alarias.
Yes. So just I'll explain it to the room basically. What they know so far of it before we open the map, just so that everyone's on the same page, so they are aware of as much as we are about.
So
them. I'm gonna just update it.
all the info, all the deets.
So people would know.
So Tim, you get all that. Alarias, you get all that. Oh, poor Umbra, all alone in the dark.
I don't think he would care. I don't think he would care anyway.
I don't think you go.
So,
I think you'll be intrigued somewhat by the power implied, but
if there was one that was
Yeah.
like specifically like
the nitty
tailored,
gritty of it probably doesn't.
yeah. Unless there was one that was like very much tailored to what he's trying to do.
Do we know all the artifacts do? We don't know all of
No?
the.
You don't know what all the
Okay.
artifacts do. So the God, I don't want to infer. What do you know? You know that they're all very, very powerful magic items. Essentially, you know what the globe does. Basically, you know what the trident does. You can guess what the skeletal scimitar could do, and you can assume that the crown has a definite amount of power, but you're not sure exactly what it does. Elizora's, I think, mentioned the list of what they're called, but that doesn't necessarily detail what they do. It's up to your assumption.
So, what she'll do then, she'll instruct Bill to open the map, obviously explaining, as everyone, she explained to everybody what this is going to do. Taken aback.
And we're still unaware of a missing artifact. You said that map has
Well,
9. There could be 10.
It did, yeah. So that's what we're doing now. So she'll explain that it had 9. There's supposed to be 10. We're opening this now and here and now to see if we can find that 10th potentially.
Bill, does this map show artifacts? And are artifacts known as
From
objects?
what I've seen so far, yes, it does. It shows them as glowing points on the map. It showed me the trident. That's why I was venturing your way in the first place.
But as far as we know, artifacts are only objects.
As far as we
Not-
know,
Possible to be people.
I haven't seen an artifact to be a person. That would be,
Okay.
well, that would be
Not that lives
terrifying.
that long.
Quite heinous indeed.
The artifacts were made before flood. Some say that they're the thing that brought about the flood, but they also could be the power to defend against it. But that was nearly 600 years ago now.
It's possible for someone to live.
Jumble.
Sorry, you both talked at the same time. I couldn't catch it.
I was just going to say it's possible for someone to live that long.
It is possible for someone to
But
live that
it-
long, but
Assumptions.
of all the tales, not one artifact is considered a person.
From what I've been able to tell, Dreneptier, she created the artifacts, she wielded them, and then flooded the world, and now we're here. And so
That's about the gist of it.
it makes no real sense for a god to create a human or a humanoid, a person, an artifact. Because what good can you use it
So she
if
used
it benefits the person and not the thing?
So if you're saying she used these artifacts to create flood the way we see it now, if we were to collect them, could we reverse it?
No.
Maybe that's what I've been tasked to do. Who knows?
I mean,
That's not it. We can't do what's been done. We gotta destroy them so that the fleet can't do anything else to it.
but we could
Yes,
just we could
I
we could.
agree with the witch.
But could we not reverse the effects and then destroy them?
To what
That's not how
end?
it works. Juneptu was practically destroyed by what she did, and she was a god. We're just people. We aren't capable of what they're able to do, and we're just straight up and eat up and die.
Fair point,
This world
Elizora.
would die
not-
without
It could
these
destroy
waters.
us entirely trying to do such power, and it could do nothing.
It's just a waste. We should just seek the destruction, get out of the way, remove the threat we have to the fleet, and then we outnumber the fleet in the end. We just gotta get smart.
To me, after all, if we were
Yes,
if we were
you're
to
too powerful to exist.
if we were to restore the world, we don't have the population to fill it anyway. It'd be largely barren. Makes
Yes,
sense.
and it will be seabed.
Righty then. Bill, if you will, open the. Will you open the map?
Begins doing the same formation he did the other night, finally pressing the final button on top. The purplish glow appears out and nothing.
What does the map? Is the map the same as Flood's map, or is it just empty?
No. So this time, what you've got is just empty space with like a faint flowing clouds within it, but it's empty space,
And there's no dots.
no dots.
Oh. Guess that answers the question then. That 10th one is still a mystery. Not
It is
here.
indeed. If there's 10th one at all.
There's only
It's the ship. The ship is the last. Maybe it's lost in the maelstrom in the center circle.
But then surely this artifact can see.
Haven't had trouble with it before, and well, I have had one terrible instance where I have had to be in the maelstrom.
Oh.
The center circle was not fun, I will tell you that much.
And you survived coming out of that place. Jeez.
Well, with the ability to go through different dimensions kinds of helps.
Very fortunate.
Yes, I was very lucky. My entire crew was not. That was a bad day.
Well, guess this is a fruitful effort for this map. Just carry on our business. Our way to the wreckage.
Indeed. I will aid your helmsman. This is not the usual waters. If I tell everybody to brace and grab onto something, do listen to me.
I'll instruct the crew to do so. Just in case there's any doubt.
Okay.
Righty then. Anyone got any other business?
Yes, I've discovered something fantastic. Bill showed me, you see. We have the means to speak to the dead.
That is true. I can do such a task.
That could prove quite useful.
Yes, perhaps we could question Bloodbeard more.
How long do they have to be dead
Well-
for? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter so much, but I am not recalling their soul. I am merely recalling their animated spirit.
How far have you gone with this necromancy, Bill? How far can you
this
take
is-
this kind of thing?
This is something gifted to me by whatever creature gives me this strength.
Yeah.
This could certainly prove we were to kill a fleet officer. We could find out some information.
They knew what they knew in life. If you were their enemy, they will know you as their enemy in death.
Well,
Might be more efficient to keep them alive in that situation.
although
Mm.
we do have a fleet officer's uniform in the armory. Why a deckhand, someone, or Umbra who can transform, could wear that and pretend to masquerade to be their friend.
There's many illusions you could use, but
Umbra is
costume works.
I would imagine Umbra is a proficient liar.
Nah.
Yes, you are.
He has a talent.
I suppose.
He can certainly lie if sufficiently motivated into his own interests.
I'm sure between me and
Not
you, Elizora,
necessarily.
we can motivate him.
Besides, I'm pretty confident in my own abilities to lie to
Oh, and
dead
you,
in that sense.
oh yes, you did.
I
You
don't
did.
doubt that.
You did. I forgot that you can also manipulate your appearance. Maybe we won't need Umbra at all then. That's handy. As they cannot.
Certainly more reliable to rely on our own backs rather than someone else.
Very much. Anything else, Tim?
Oh, that was quite it.
Right. Be about your work, and as Bill said, if he told you to hold on to something, best do so. I don't feel like falling off this ship would be a good idea. May not return.
Yes, do not leave the ship, no matter how attractive anything looks.
Excellent. Good way of disposing of enemies. Potentially board our ship.
Yes.
Depends on what kind of enemy.
I was thinking.
So, true. As you begin to go, Tim very quickly kicks you in the shin, looks at you, nods back, and then walks in front of you.
Who's he?
Sorry, was that
He kicks him.
Barry kicks Tim in the
very
shin,
kicks?
Oh,
Why?
looks at Tim, and then nods back, and then walks forward with the others to leave.
Tim gives him like a questioning look and follows him.
That boy's giving
Once-
everyone trouble.
Once you're out of the room and the others have walked on a bit, he just looks at you, Tim, and just says, "Now is as good a time as any to explain." Oh, I got frozen, Tim. That's upsetting.
To shenanigans.
He's thinking. He's thinking.
thinking.
Thinking, definitely thinking. That's a thinking moment.
No, I am thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't see your face, Dom, so we can never tell. You could have just frozen.
Oh. No, I don't know what he's implying.
Whole Discord conversation, dude.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything
Even I
to.
know what he should be doing.
Oh.
As you're not as Tim's looking with such a blank face, Barry just kind of leans into him and is just like, "Build the bridges."
What the hell?
I was on my best behavior, you find.
Yes, but explain building the bridges.
I thought it would.
Talk it out. Shoves you into the room.
Oh.
Oh.
Hello again, Tim. Can I help you?
Just forgot my brother's skull.
He just fumbles around with his belt.
Fair enough. You're on your way.
He regains his composure.
I feel I must apologize for my outburst yesterday. I understand how important it is for you to assert yourself as the captain.
In a way, so, I mean,
Mm,
any captain is as effective as their ability to command their crew. If they do not have
Yes.
that not only it's not just for vanity or anything else you may think, Tim. It's important that the crew follows a single direction. It ensures their safety and survival. If we could have been extremely unlucky after your outburst, as you say, yesterday. Could have all very much met our end.
I was just doing my best to protect my flock.
I know, Tim. I know.
If you can convince me that you have their best interests
So,
at your heart,
Vaela will put her hand on his shoulder, kneel down because
Flinch.
you'll yeah, I know. But she'll take a knee to come down because you're quite short, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
small.
like 4 foot, I think.
Yeah. So she'll come down to meet you eye to eye, and go, Tim. If there's ever one thing you need to know about me, that I have you and the ship and the crew's best interest at heart.
Insight.
I was just I would roll insight on that, yeah.
You want insight?
Awesome rolling insight. We'd known her for 1 day.
All right.
She's been on the ship for a
Roll
while.
your respective roll, Sonny. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what's true in Vaela's heart.
13 from me.
That is a 20 maths. 14 was it 14 plus 9, so 23.
That's 9, so it's deception if it's +9. I
No.
feel like.
Oh.
+9 bonus sounds like
I,
deception to
I
me.
remember, yeah. Why would you skill that much to persuasion?
Actually, as a captain, you want your persuasion to be quite high.
I don't know, man. Something sketchy here.
Can you, Sonny? Can you just
Mm.
private message me just to double check which one of those that was? Just because I don't know.
No, that's fine. I will. Where are you? There.
Not even half a nose. This is sketch.
Oh, he probably just,
Yeah.
or he just
Stupid.
doesn't have our sheets open.
Okay. So
Don't fall for it.
she is entirely earnest. Like she
She appears to be entirely honest.
no, she is entirely earnest.
I
You
don't
feel
believe
that she is definitely earnest in her want to aid the crew, aid you, and keep everybody safe because you can sense that that's what she wants. You can sense it's important to her that you trust her on this.
Yeah, Tim stares deeply into Vaela's eyes, into her soul.
I understand the impact of my actions. You must understand that I will do anything to protect my flock.
Well, it sounds like, Tim, our goals are aligned. The question really here remains is, do you trust me to look after your flock?
But I can't say. But I'm certain that I must put my trust in your command.
Works enough for me. Hopefully I can earn that trust of yours.
Yes, I hope that you will prove yourself soon.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you for your honesty.
Yes, and you too. Perhaps you should join us in the morgue or on top deck for a sermon sometime. You might be able to learn something.
I might do that one day. It would be very enlightening.
Very well.
Turns to leave.
What she will do is,
Hmm.
when she's on the deck, she will make an announcement to the crew that those on rations are now no longer on rations.
So those on half rations are now on regular rations.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, good.
Rejoice.
Cool. Okay, you see a lot of people like perk up. They're quite happy about this.
Cool.
And Berry comes next to you and Vaela and just leans in and says, "See, wasn't too hard.
No, I'm glad you suggested it.
Diplomacy is a wonderful thing."
Because I'm glad that you are a
Guided in
quartermaster.
my mind.
But as we said before, I only give a warning once.
And I agree that it's been heard.
Excellent. Keep up the good work, Ben.
He goes on with his duties. Does anybody want to do anything for their week to 2 weeks downtime?
I kind of wanted to set up like a seating area down in the brig, but I don't know how much space there is around the storage.
I'd say you could use the barrels as seats.
Pews.
Yeah, you can sort of use them as somewhat pews. You just need to align them in a way that gives people a chance to get between them and sit on top of them.
I mean,
Excellent.
I suppose what you could do, if you wanted to make it like a church thing, you could get like 2 barrels and put a plank on top of it so people just sit on top of in a row. Do it that way.
Yes, and we have lots of barrels and lots of planks.
And you have plenty of rope to tie the planks
And
to the barrels and
we
stop
can
them rolling
stack
off.
them. We can
Yeah.
stack them like bunk benches.
That'd be slightly dangerous, but
On a boat,
probably not
yeah.
advised. a boat that is
Lash
rocking,
them together.
you know. Yeah.
But yes, my intention is to make the brig a bit more of a livable space. Obviously, we're still centering on massive cage in the middle.
Yeah. I mean,
to make an example.
How does that work with prisoners
heretic.
though? Like, if we prison something and they're just locked in a church forever?
Yeah, because you're making an example of the heretics. You know,
Ah, I see.
everyone just gets in a circle and
Yeah.
chastises them.
I mean, if you think about it, that's a bit of an embarrassment punishment right there.
That is true.
Exactly.
You've got to be
Yeah,
called a
and I
heretic.
mean, anyone who's imprisoned is forced to sit through Tim's sermons as well,
That is
as
torture.
well as
true.
Umbra's
Believe it
creepiness.
or not.
Yeah. No, that's makes sense.
So yes, ideally, I'm wanting these 2 rooms to be more focused on the stuff we actually need storing, and the brig area I want to make a bit nicer, a bit more livable, a bit more churchy.
Alarias is going to kick up a bit of a fuss on that, but
Oh, yeah, 'cause he's in charge of
he
that.
might fight you a bit on that.
I
For
like
what
the
reason?
idea of you
Just
guys
'cause
like coming
he-
to blows and
he-
then sort of
he is
sorting out
botswain.
storages.
He is
Just comes-
botswain, so
comes
he
down to
looks
things
after. Why are you messing with all my shit?
Barry has to come down and calm you both down and just be like, look.
Look,
Here's what we
I
do.
have a system. Everything's in one place. A bit of an OCD, but you start moving my shit, I get a bit cranky. I think as long as there's space for the inventory and stuff, it should be okay.
Dirty
Yeah.
Tortle wants to do what with my stuff?
I don't want you touching any food, Tim. Okay. Your seaweed hands. I got nowhere near that food.
With stinky claws.
Don't
Trust me,
mayonnaise everywhere.
Alarias, you'll love it once it's finished. I promise. We'll label everything.
You probably have 0 hygiene about you, Tim. 0. You stink of shit. I can't allow you messing with the food.
Well, very well. Move the food yourself.
He'll cast Unseen Servant as a ritual and get the servant to move it.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Okay, you're able to like move into a more comfortable storage solution. While you're all doing all this, you find Slayer in this room. I'm pinging it. Oh no, I'm not pinging it. I'm on GM layer. Hold on. Now I'm pinging it.
Oh yeah.
You find him in this room, and he's literally. It looks like he's just slept on the floor last night, and he seems to be in there by himself.
What are you doing here, Slayer?
Right. Look, I woke up, had a really weird set of dreams. It was kind of like a synchronizing set. I was sailing with you a lot, doing some blood stuff. Then I was a werewolf again, fighting some hags, and then I came. Oh wait, no, that actually happened, didn't it? Yeah. Oh, I just didn't want to see loads of people. I'm used to sailing by myself, and I just needed some time by myself just to get back into rhythm of who I am and what I'm doing. And standing is a bit weird right now.
Oh, are
And-
we still on the stream plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oddly coincident. Timing one.
Hmm. Well, listen, if you're having any problems with memories or dreams, come see us.
Yeah, of course, of course. Look, I've been down here for a while. What's going on top deck? We're still heading to the wreckage, right?
Yeah, we should be there in no time.
Oh, great. Lovely. Are we close?
I don't know how close, but we're getting closer by the day. We're taking a bit of a shortcut going through this dream plane.
What do you mean? What do you mean dream plane?
I think you should come up on top deck.
It's like, I might need a little bit of help walking.
Yeah, he'll help him up, and he'll help him up to top deck.
When he gets to top deck and he sees everything, he's like, are you fucking mad? Right, who brought us here? I want to know.
He'll call Bill over to kind of talk him through it.
Immediately tackles Bill to the ground.
Oh.
Are you insane? Do you have any idea what creatures around here?
Vaela will come like immediately and try and break them up. Slayer, get off him now. What's the meaning of this?
Well,
Who the fuck are you?
I am the captain.
What do you mean? Grizel's the captain?
Not anymore, he isn't. Swear that
Right.
people are not
How
getting
long
better.
have I been out?
Clearly a long time.
Slayer, we discussed this. You knew this was coming.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Grizel. I remembered that conversation. Right. Okay. You're the person. She was right. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I've woken up from a very long sleep. A few things in my head are a little bit jiffy. Right. Back to the point at hand. Right. You, he's pointing at Bill, have taken us right where the ferrymen sail. 3 of those ferrymen are fiends. Are you fucking insane? It's a shortcut. We're getting to the wreckage faster. Make sure we're well ahead of any fleet interference, and it's a good shortcut. I've sailed through it many times. Well, you're fucking lucky, all right? Because this place is a one-way ticket, and it is actually a great way to get there to fucking hell, all right? I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to find any of these places. I've seen enough shit in my time on the material plane to then be in the astral fucking sea and find myself surrounded by fucking fiends. All right, the language is just. It's enough on the language, okay? It's a bit much. You worried about my fucking language? I'll give you my fucking language, and
Oh,
goes
shit.
towards him.
Vaela will stand in the middle of those two.
Yeah.
This does sound quite serious.
Calm
Perhaps we
down,
should-
Slayer. Now listen. Bill has assured us that this moment any danger comes near us, we will pop straight back into the material plane.
It's not just them. I'm talking about me.
Why? What's wrong?
You
with
gotta
me?
lock me in the brig.
Any particular reason?
Oh, Grizel knows I've got a werewolf thing going on, but the reason I was cursed in the first place was because of Puika, the demon fucking bitch. But the thing I'm wearing, the thing that protects me from her, doesn't protect me when I'm not on the material plane, so you need to put me in the fucking brig.
Oh, we'll put you in the brig.
Seriously, the language is so unnecessary. You fucking shut up.
Wait, Slay, can she track you here?
I don't know. Probably. It's a very small. It's a very small charm, and it's only good when I'm very far away from her. And if she's around here, which she most likely is, being that her dear old demon prince boy is ferrying the dead round this way, I'd rather not find out.
Perhaps there is some way we can magically enhance this charm. One of our wizards
Well,
or
that would be
witches
great,
got-
but I've
alright,
been working on
it's
it for
alright,
years.
it's alright, it's alright. I have the solution.
You see, he's
For a
super
while,
jittery.
we're in this. For a while, we're in this plane. You can borrow one of my things,
What do you mean?
Slayer.
Things.
What
I
things?
have. Hey, it's one of my things. I'm gonna let you borrow it. We're gonna need it back once we're back on the material plane.
All right.
Understand?
What does it do?
What is it?
That's none of y'all's business. Only Slayer and I will know.
Hmm.
And she'll
Don't
hand
make
over
the sound
the
of this one bit.
amulet.
He looks at it,
Slayer,
immediately
to attune to
realizes what
this.
it is, and looks
Well,
at you and
you
sort of
should be
says,
fine.
What is it? Can we all
He-
see it?
he puts it on and says, I don't want to take any chances. I'd like to still be put in the brig, just in case.
Very well. I'll escort you to the brig.
And shackle me. Make sure they're tight, alright?
Okie doke. She'll get. Pretty sure there's a crew member out. Chenwick. She'll get Chenwick to be the one to tie his knots and his shackles specifically.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Good.
Your boss
And
chief.
yeah.
He's on there.
And then yeah, and then, but he should obviously escort him to the brig and put him in there because she has to block it behind him.
You shackle him up fine, and
And
after you shackle him and cage him, you just suddenly see like part of his face kind of tear out slightly, and then shrink back in, and him just go, right, okay, at least I'm stuck. Good, okay.
good. Hopefully, we won't have to do anything drastic.
Bloody well
Tune
hope
to the
not.
thing and you'll be fine.
Yeah, he's going to spend an hour tuning to it.
And she'll. I mean, I'm assuming Umbra's in his morgue. She'll
Yes,
shout
indeed.
out to Umbra, "Don't touch him." Obviously, in a loud voice. I can't do a soft voice and shout.
And loud. Soft
Yeah,
and loud is hard.
Soft and loud is very difficult. But yes, basically, Umbra, don't touch him.
You weren't hearing a response?
Of course not.
I'll
Um,
make sure Umbra's okay. He'll be fine. He knows the
Yeah,
rules.
Tim's gonna stand vigil outside the brig. Keep Slayer company.
Show the power of Joylif. And then yeah, she'll just return to the deck and carry on her business.
Okay, cool.
Tim, you're wasting your time. It's not Slayer's not one for Joylet.
I'll take any protection right now.
Oh, I wasn't even going to try and convert him, but
Oh, no.
after hearing
Joy-
that,
Joylef cannot help anybody when she is too weak. She is just nothing.
You can take that,
Oh,
Tim.
Ooh.
I would have you be gone now, Elizora.
No, Tim, you be gone. I'm
Oh.
the first mate. I control the brig. Go
You
back to
control
your
what is
infirmary.
outside of the brig.
You go back on to your infirmary.
I think I'll sit right down here and keep my good friend Slayer company. You are welcome to join us if you like.
You can outlast him quite easily.
what was that? Sorry.
She can outlast him quite easily.
Right, so I guess
or
it's,
so you both gonna just sit there basically.
Square off.
So,
I've known Slayer for much longer. Much better friend to me.
Oh yes, do you know his son?
I
doesn't have
don't
a
have a
kid.
son.
Oh, worth a try, I suppose.
Look, don't worry about me, Tim. I'll maybe talk to you later. I don't mean to cause a kerfuffle.
Further to the one you've already caused.
Look, I was angry and tired.
We're causing quite a scene. It's very, very concerning.
Look, it's just I like to be on the material plane. I was meant to stay on the material plane. Flood, that's where I'm meant to be, and it's just when I get taken out of there, it's a disaster most times.
We'll be fine later.
And will he be fine? Can you all survive the rest of Stygion, the Astral Sea? What other possible occurrences could happen in such a mystical place? Tune in next time on Pirate Adventures.